everybody, welcome to Kimmel's After Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Super excited about this. Really good. Again, DC guy, but these were good. I mean, all the Marvel movies are good. They did such a great job with them. 8.2 on IMDb, this is why I needed this. And 163,344 people rated so far. So, the third and final one, I've heard a lot that it was really well received, I should say. That's what I heard. So, I'm excited. Gotta dedicate some time to it, right? I think it's, how long is it? People say it makes you cry and everything. 2 hours and 30 minutes. Alright. I'll get into it. I'm probably going to have to do a check-in at some point with 2 hours and 30 minutes. So stick around. I'll be back. I'll let you know what I think. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We're at the 1 hour, 20 minute, and 57 second mark. Which is, you know, it doesn't feel that long, but it's like there's a whole hour left. I'm surprised at that. Not that this feels long. But I mean, I think that the plot line is very simple. Rocket, the raccoon, right? He gets hurt, and it's interesting because we're getting like a full backstory. It's like an origin story on Rocket, so that's really cool. But he gets hurt, and so basically the Guardians of the Galaxy have to go, and I'm really dumbing it down, but have to go find something to help him, right? There's a lot more to it, and it's a little bit more in depth than that. But as Rocket's laying, you know, in critical condition, a lot of flashbacks to how Rocket came to be. So his origin story is really cool, and it's developing and developing and developing, which is fun. The Guardians are trying to, you know, find the solution, the fix, the medicine, whatever you will, to help him. They're on a mission. And now Gamora, here's the one thing that I was gonna Google. The phone's kind of getting low. I didn't yet, but Gamora, right? So she, obviously, if you've seen Endgame, you know what happens to her, okay? But she's back in this one, and I missed the gap. So, a little bit of spoiler. If you didn't see Endgame, Gamora is not supposed to be around anymore, but she is in this one, but she's not the one that we know from there. It's different. I won't go into too much detail there. Maybe all of you have seen this and you know exactly what not this, but have seen and understand what has happened. There's a gap there for me, and I don't know where I missed it. Because I think I've seen everything, and I don't remember that little piece. But that could just be me, so I will look it up probably before the last final piece of this. So, but you know, entertaining. It's kind of a little different. There is a lot of humor, which is great. I like that a lot, and but it's a little bit more serious, I think. But there's good enough amount of jokes, and once again, the soundtrack. That's what made me think to pause it right now. I just got to remember to say that the soundtrack is phenomenal, like it has been for the other two as well. So, so we'll see. But other than that, it doesn't, you know, besides the two plot lines I basically told you, the origin story and the mission, there's not much else really going on. So it's an easy watch, and it's not boring, right? It's keeping me interested. So, alright, that's it. Let me get back to it and see where it goes. Stick around, I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits. Not really, but we're through the credits of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Not a spoiler alert, but just to let you know that there are 2 post-credit scenes. Neither are fantastic, but the second one answered a question that I had, so make sure you watch it. Maybe you'll have that question too. So all in all, I like the movie. I like the simplicity of the plot line. You know, very easy to know what's going on, and you know, like I said, there's some things that I guess I'm not close enough to get that whole Gamora thing. You know, and then remembering where everybody came from, like their kind of origin stories. You know, Mantis, like I forget how she joined the group. Was she in it in the first one? I don't remember, to be honest with you. You know, and that's me. Like I'm saying, if you've seen my reviews, I think they should always do like a flashback previously in Guardians of the Galaxy history. This is how we got here. You know, that would be cool. That's what they should start doing. And I'm sure there's YouTube channels that'll do that for you. You could probably go find that. That's just not, I don't do that. But anyway, you know, everything else that I said holds true. And I'm pretty sure this is the final volume of Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, and if it holds to be true, which I think it will be, I like how, you know, this series ends, you know, this final chapter for this movie series, right? I mean, they could do anything that they want with all the characters that remain in Guardians of the Galaxy, but like, I don't think they're going to make any more of these specific movies. Which brings me to another point, not so much about the movie, but about the whole Marvel universe. Like, I am leery as they move into this next phase, which I think is Phase 5, or maybe this is part of Phase 5. I don't know, whatever phase it is, it's just going to be odd. Like, I don't look at it in phases. I look at it as, you know, Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., Captain America, Chris Evans, you know, that whole lineup, right? That you loved over the years, and now I think they're taking it all and they're continuing, but they're changing everything. And this is another kind of piece of that I think that they're, you know, they're kind of ending this Guardians of the Galaxy. So, you know, how will they be used in the future? And how does that all fit in? I'm not like excited to see the next. Nothing wrong with Anthony Mackie, but you know, he's to me not Captain America. You know, I mean, that's Chris Evans. You know, and you know, all that stuff. So that kind of makes me think in this one as well. So, but all in all, obviously nobody's gonna watch this and be like, oh wow, now that you said all that, I think I will go and watch this movie. But now you know what I think about it. 2.5 hours is a long investment for a very simplistic plotline, but you know, it is what it is. Worth the watch. I've heard people say this is the best one. I should go back to the first one because I think the first one really shocks you into like, wow, you know, like they can really make these superheroes funny. You know what I mean? Like that for me, I think the wow factor. Yeah, as you get into the third volume, you're already expecting what you're going to get. Still, laughs and good stuff, well written and very fun. But the first one really captures. So we'll say this real quick because I know I brought it up in the check-in. I will say spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. The whole Glenora thing. So I don't know if it's clear, and now I feel a little bit better. I googled it, and from my understanding, so this isn't going to ruin this movie, but she appears in this one. It's in IMDb. Obviously, you know she's going to be in it. And in, I think it was Endgame or whatever, Infinity Wars, whatever one it was where she dies. If you've seen those, you know that's what happens. But somehow the 2014 version of her comes back. That's, people talk about me not liking time travel. That's one of the things. I don't like using time travel to resolve these issues. No. You know? Anyway. But I don't know when that happened or how that happened and how I should know that. It seemed like it was a deleted scene from one of the movies. That's what I read online. So, you know, and maybe everybody else knows that, but I didn't, and I don't remember seeing that. Again, I don't know what I saw last night, to be honest with you. So, it could be me. But just throwing that out there, if that helps anybody else kind of explain what's going on here and helps you fill in some of the pieces. Alright, that's it. A longer review, longer movie. But I had fun. Hopefully you had fun. And check it out. It's definitely worth the watch if you like these kinds of things. That's it. Kimmel's Irish Pub.